Hello my lovelies, would you believe it? It's the end of February, so that means I'm back with another update. 2026 is flying by at breakneck speed. It's been a slow month. I started it with all good intentions, plotting, getting up stuff sorted for my special edition, and then I came across a problem with my plotting, and then I got coughs and colds, injury flare-ups, and then I suddenly realised I've got a book fair in July. Panic stations. So yeah, it's not been productive in some ways, productive in not many other ways. So hopefully your month's fared better. So what have I actually managed to do this month? Let's find out. So the first thing I managed to do this month was I finally sorted the paperback files of Masks and Iron. So here it is, in all its glory. There is nothing quite like book mail and then book mail with books that you've written yourself. So it's always a surreal, wonderful feeling to finally get the physical book in your hands, and it's also pretty. So this is a standard edition. I have uploaded all the files onto Amazon. Currently only Amazon, but they will be going on to other storefronts. So this is a standard edition. I'm working on a special edition. More on that in a minute. So yeah. But there was a little hiccup with the spine. Let's see if you can spot the difference. So this is of my paperback of Wings and Fury. So book 1 of the duology. So duology is interconnected standalone. So let's see if you can see what the problem was. I forgot my name. I forgot my name on the spine. So I hadn't realised it until I uploaded the files onto Amazon and ordered myself copies. I don't like ordering proofs. This is probably a sign that I should, but I like to have a nice, not proofed copy with that big band over on the front cover on my shelf. So they arrived and the spine was wrong. So it is now rectified. It's all sorted. So I'm going to still count that as a win for this month, despite the delay, despite the hiccup, despite me not checking. Memo to everyone else, check your spines. So despite all that, I'm going to count that as a win, and I'm going to check that off my list. Put my order in for the special edition of Masks and Iron at the end of January, maybe early February. Most of the files are ready, but I'm still waiting on a few. More delays. I did anticipate some delays because when I was sorting out the special edition of Wings and Fury, it took almost 2 months to sort out one problem. Emails going constantly back and forth, back and forth. It was frustrating as an understatement. If I could do my own covers, I would. I'll show you what the delay was. So, this is my shiny copy. Shiny copy, guys. Spine, lovely sprayed edges, the end pages. So I've got it so it all wraps around, so it's all matchy. So I call this my floral edition for obvious reasons. So yeah, so it was so frustrating when you upload the file onto BookVault, the printers I use. It's one file but includes a double page, a single page, and then a single page, and then a double page, all in one file. They provide templates. I'd sent the template, but did the designing company do that? No. Every single time I'm like, the file's ready. Open it to find one page. Oh, so yes, it was so frustrating. So I anticipated some delays. I'd hoped they'd learnt their lesson, and I did have one issue with the end pages for Masks and Iron, but that was sorted after I sent the template, and I was dealing with the same administration lady who's lovely, and she couldn't remember the problem, so I think she must have had quite a strong word with the designer. So that got sorted, but I'm waiting on There was a tonal difference in the end pages. One bit was really faded and one bit was really bright, so I wanted it all to be even, so when you open it, it all looks good. So getting there slowly. So I can't quite say I've ordered one and it's coming, but hopefully I'll get to order myself a copy early March, and hopefully it would have arrived by next update. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having matchy hardback covers. So I can't quite check that off my list, but I'll class that as a sort of a vague win for this month. In July, I'm heading to Nottinghamshire for my first ever in-person book fair, Wonderland. I went last year as a reader and I had a great time wandering the stores, picking up goodies, obviously, and finally meeting some author friends. I'd been working with several of authors to create an anthology, which is this one, Magically Wild, got released last year. And because I knew they were so close, I mean, the venue for Wonderland is only 40 minutes away from my home. So, because I live in Derbyshire, just next door. So I thought, well, I'll go and I'll get some signatures. So I went around and I had selfies and we got signatures. So I met Heather G. Harris, Liz Kane, Cian Rowan, Silas Reams, C. Thomas LaFollette, Laura Greenwood, and Arizona Tape. So I've been in contact with these author friends for a year and a half, almost 2 years, I think. And so it was so nice to finally get to see them. And I enjoyed the whole experience so much. When I was telling my husband about it, he was like, well, why didn't you sign yourself up for it? I was like, because of my foot. Basically, I've got a disability on my foot. I injured it in 2021. It's nerve injuries and tendonitis and stuff. It's all stuff that sadly can't be operated on, but it impacts on how far I can walk and what I can carry because I can't carry heavy loads. So he's like, well, I'll take the day off and I'll go with you. So it's like, that would be. And we're bringing my mini overlord, my daughter, in tow. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a family event. So I signed up to go this year as an attending author. So I'm very excited. The organisers, Annalie and Kerry, they've been so busy sorting everything out. They're really good, really hands-on with keeping attendees and attending authors in the loop with what's going on. They've created a website, sorted out merch, which looks amazing. And they've been doing loads of giveaways. I took part in Halloween one, so I've got a copy of A Blood and Roses and some goodies to hand out to the lucky winner. And then Valentine's Day giveaway as well, got that all sorted for the lucky winner. So, but I'm literally starting from nothing. It's my first ever book fair, so I've got no banner, no tablecloth, not really much clue, apart from like asking some author friends for ideas and things. So, I've started ordering swag. Panic sort of setting in, so I thought I need to get sorted. So I've been ordering some swag. I've ordered some lovely bookmarks for my Keys of Time, Soul Dominion book boxes, my Urban Fantasy Romance series. So I've ordered that, and then couldn't resist this for Blood and Roses, obviously. And then for my premium book boxes, I saw this, and it's probably because I actually want it, but it's like, how many books have you read this year? And you get your little numbers and a stand, and it's an awesome little thing for your bookshelf. So I thought, yeah, I'll get some of those. So I'm starting to buy in swag. I've also sorted out a t-shirt. So yeah, that's mine. And then I've got my daughter's here. She loves of the cover for Wings and Roses. Not Wings and Roses, my goodness. Wings and Fury. She's obviously never read it. She's really not that age. And even when she reaches 18, I probably won't let her read it either. Got one for my hubby. So yeah, so we've done that. And what else have I been sorting? Character art. I know authors do love a bit of character art. Probably also, or almost as much as readers. I can't really afford an artist, but I did art at GCSE. I loved art. I was going to be a manga artist, so I thought, well, I'll brush off the old pen and have a go. So I've got Berets and a Dahlia. Can you see that? There you go. This is them in their enemy stage, obviously, because it's enemies to lovers. I'm working on a piece for oh no, of Soul Dominion. So that's Erica. So I'm working on her. I've got Nathaniel. I've got Michael. So I've already got him done. I'm going to be combining Michael, Nathaniel, and Erica because obviously, if you've read the books, you'll understand. So I've got my character art sorted almost for Soul Dominion. Definitely for Of Wings and Fury. I need to sort out Of Blood and Roses with Lemaya and Emmaus, and one a piece for Renaya and Ty for Masks and Iron. So I'm getting there, but I need to get the skates on. So in the evenings, I've been busy working on that. So yeah, so it's I'm excited, petrified as well. So, but yeah, excited. So if you're in the area, I'm going to link everything below in the description to Wonderland, to the Facebook group. And if you're in the area, I would really recommend it. The tickets aren't expensive either, and there's so many brilliant authors going. So yeah, maybe I'll get to see you at Wonderland. Having been in full-on panic mode for Wonderland, plotting for my new series has been slow. To document the process, I started a new YouTube series on plotting, on all the different methods I was going to use to help me get this plot sorted and in good shape for starting to write it. And I released the first video a few weeks ago. I'll link that below. But I immediately came across a stumbling block. I was using the Plottery Limited's novel planner, which is very good. I recommend it. But the planner only really supports you to plot out one book. So doing some, but I realised I needed to sort out. There's an overarching plot to the series because it's a 4-book series, and then obviously each individual book has their own plot. So I wanted to find out, get some advice based on how to properly plot out a quadrology, or tetralogy, as I realise it's properly known as. Only to find out there's nothing out there. So that was quite a big stumbling block. Learning there's nothing I can look at as reference to help my research, I decided to ask my author friends, and I got a bit of advice. So I'm sort of back on track with, I know what I need to do. So I've been working out, currently mapping out the overarching story plot for the series and then the individual story plots for each book, as well as getting down in real detail the character profiles for my 4 main characters, my 2 FMCs and my 2 MMCs, their love interests. So it was a big stumbling block. One I totally didn't anticipate being such a big stumbling block. I really didn't realise there was nothing out there for tetralogies, but there isn't. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So hopefully I'll get the plotting done in the next couple of weeks, and then I will feel like I'm getting somewhere when I actually get words down. So I'm looking forward very much to being back in my writing cave. So that was my February. I've sort of achieved more than I thought I did, which is quite nice. It's probably a useful thing for me, benefit for doing these videos. So it's not been as bad as I thought it would be. It feels like I've not been productive because I've not got words on pages, which as a writer, that's what I want to do. So it feels like I've not been productive, but I've managed to tick off quite a few things on my list. I've managed to almost tick off some other things on my list. So yeah, I'm quite happy in retrospect how February's gone. So it feels like it's going somewhere, so that's good. So yeah, so that's my February update. And I can't wait to hopefully show you a special edition hardback and maybe my collector's paperback editions for my book fair, and more character art as well, and some other ideas I need to get down for my book fair. So looking forward to it. Feel free to comment with how your February is going as a reader or writer. How many books have you read? How's your writing going? And I can't wait to see you next month. Take care, my lovelies.